This is now our question 2. It is for 6 marks. We're going to start off by working with sine of 180 minus x. Now, 180 minus lies in the second quadrant where sine is positive, so that reduces to positive sine x. Next, we're focusing on cos of negative x, and bear in mind that whenever cos is paired with a negative angle, it remains positive. So this is positive cos x. Now we're just going to bring down this plus that was in the given equation, and we're now focusing on cos 90 plus x. Firstly, 90 plus lies in the second quadrant where cos is negative. So I'm going to open up a bracket and indicate the negative. However, 90 changes cos into sine. So that actually becomes negative sine x. We now have cos of x minus 180 degrees. Now this looks like a reduction formula, but it actually isn't, because we notice that the terms are swapped around. So this is what our reduction formulas with 180 looks like. We have 180 minus x and 180 plus x. However, what's given here has those terms swapped around. So we have x minus 180. Now the general rule for this is, if it looks like a reduction formula, but it's swapped around, and the value is negative, we add 360 onto it. And what the 360 does is it allows it to become a reduction formula. So just to show you what I mean, when we add 360, minus 180 plus 360 gives us positive 180. And since both of these terms in the bracket are positive, we can interchange them. So we can write this as cos of 180 plus x, and that is a reduction formula. Now working with that, 180 plus lies in the third quadrant where cos is negative. So here we have negative cos x. In the next step, we're now going to simplify what we have. Focusing on the first term, we notice that that cannot be further simplified. So we're going to leave it as is. Now we're on to the second term, and we are multiplying a lot of signs together, so let's simplify that first. Firstly, we have a positive times a negative, which is a negative, and we're multiplying that by another negative, which is a positive. Then we have sine x times cos x, which is just sine x cos x. Now what we realize is that these two terms are like terms, so we can gather them. We have sine x cos x plus sine x cos x. That gives us 2 sine x cos x. And at this point, you should realize that this is the expansion for the double angle of sine. So that is equal to sine 2x. Since we have managed to reduce this and simplify it to a single trig ratio, so this is now our final answer. Now this is where your marks were given. Your first mark was given for reducing sine of 180 minus and getting sine x. Then for applying the negative angle and getting cos x. For reducing cos 90 plus and getting negative sine x. And here, where you got it to be a reduction formula and the answer was negative cos x. So your first step carried 4 marks. The 5th mark was given for the simplification. So once you multiplied out your signs and you gathered like terms, and you had 2 sine x cos x, and your 6th mark was given for the final answer.